Glad to have you with us from the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, and Hancock Whitney Stadium. The Jaguars will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. We stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And this guy's developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. Oh, he's got a chance. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Baker. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Finley. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Got enough for the first. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Off the RPO, complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Completes it in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, what a cut! And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. 2nd and goal for the offense. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that looked like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Jaguars offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get a look at Bishop Davenport. What a rough game he had in that loss last time out, throwing 3 interceptions. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Jenkins. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Using his legs, it's Phillips. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Might as well stick with him. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Davenport. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Jaguars will punt this one away. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Looking to throw on first down. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Wide receiver going in motion. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Going to the ground. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Got his man. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Wants to throw on 1st down. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And whistles as we stop play. A man down, they'll check on him. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. There he goes. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The run inside. It's Miller. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Baker. Looking for the score. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing early in the game. They've got the ball on your side of the field, so you force the incompletion on 3rd down.
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. Here's a heat. And they got it.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Looking to fire. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
The quarterback has to be able to get the ball out. When you're in an empty backfield, this area of the field, you don't have any tight ends or running backs helping you in pass pro. You've got 5 blockers. So you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, especially if they're adding extra guys. And the QB there needs to know, if it's not open right away, I'm throwing this thing into the bleachers. He does not, and gives up the big safety.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it along the sideline. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the wide receiver. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets in the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
Punt is on its way. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Delayed handoff. It's Phillips. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. And the Jaguars moving quickly to the line. Right back to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, for just a second, let's think about South Alabama. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Now the play fake. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Tight end finds a soft spot. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the field goal unit is on the field. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that hit.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. The RPO, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Ford. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Trying play action. On the run, fires downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Running inside, it's Miller. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground, it's Malone. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Davenport. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Hunter. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. The Jaguars are in the hurry-up.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Second down, he'll throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Off-play action on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's the pressure. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Back to pass, it's Davenport. He's got his man. Could not make his way to the corner. The Jaguars will send out the punt unit. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Some misdirection with the counter. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Fighting Irish in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings. And it's hardly too early to dream big. This team is closing in on an 8-0 start. Could be a special season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Back now to your game inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's head back inside Hancock-Whitney Stadium.
Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. He'll start this third quarter with a run. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Oh, they're after him. A strike downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Martin. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The option look. Now the pitch.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. The quick out. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Got it behind the line. It's Ford.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Got a man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. Kick is in the air. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
To the air, it's Davenport. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Under fire. Finds the tight end. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. The Jaguars will call on their punt team. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he got loose. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Makes the catch. It's Ford. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is good.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass throw a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Baker. He'll pull it down and run. Breaks into the open. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. And it slips just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And it'll come out to the 25. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad.